Don't you dare try to guilt trip the people in this community. Don't you dare try to be manipulative towards them. That is not fair because a lot of them go out of their way to help people like you, and then you go around and talk smack about them. That is entitlement to a T, and I'm sick and tired of seeing stuff like that on BookTube.
I know. You want to be in this? Okay. So today I am going to be doing a discussion video / response video to this video that I saw yesterday night. And a friend actually sent this to me, and she was telling me, she was like,
at first I was like watching it and I really liked it, and then I got to halfway throughout the video and some of the things that she was saying kind of bothered me.
And so I was like, am I really about to have to watch this video? So I watched the video, and my friend was right. At the beginning, some of the things that she was saying, I was like, okay, like whatever. And then I got halfway through her video, and when I tell you, every valid point that she made in the beginning flew out of my mind. I couldn't even tell you what they are. All I could tell you is that when I got to that half point in that video, her demeanor went from 0 to 100 so quick, and talking about how people of color booktubers have this entitlement, and how all we claim, or when we're talking about, I guess, discussion videos and like racism, how we claim that BookTube is racist when that is not the case at all. Since the video was posted, it has been deleted, and she has posted an apology for this video. And I watched the apology video, and I personally felt so indifferent towards it. It didn't feel like she was apologizing for what she said. It didn't really seem like she was acknowledging what she said. If you haven't seen the original, Mayana posted on Twitter. I will link the clip that she used. So today, I want to talk about some of the points that I realized while watching her video. Let's start from the beginning. So she started off her video saying, and I quote, "People on BookTube don't talk about books anymore. They just talk about the community itself." I personally think that it is completely fine for people to talk about subjects that they are passionate about besides books on BookTube. It's their channel. They can do whatever the hell they want on their channel. She also claimed that people of color booktubers, or as she referred to us, you people, need to stop making it seem like everyone on BookTube is racist, or the BookTube community itself is racist. So there has been discussion videos going around talking about diversity on BookTube and whether or not BookTube is racist, but never have I heard one person in those videos say outright that BookTube is racist. I think discussing something and outright saying that something is the way it is are two completely different things. And for her to be so upset about something and not fully understand, or you can tell that she didn't fully do her research before talking about this, really upset me. Either way, with that being said, I personally think that if people of color feel as though something is racist or that they are experiencing colorism, they have the absolute right to talk about it. Racism is something that only we go through, and for a white person to come on this platform and tell us that BookTube is not racist because she doesn't think it's racist is when that white person needs to check their privilege. I have personally seen absolutely incredible people of color on BookTube with amazing content not get the recognition they deserved because people feel like their opinions aren't valid. I think that if people of color booktubers don't think that their content is getting the recognition it deserves, they should be allowed to talk about it. They should feel some type of way about it. Black people and people of color in general have to work twice as hard as our fairer skinned counterparts. And that doesn't just apply to BookTube, that applies to everyday life. When you're trying to get a job, you have to work twice as hard so that you can reach, I guess, the standards that a white person would reach. And that can apply to anything, including BookTube. She also said how there are so many small booktubers that are black and so many big booktubers that are black, but yet she wasn't really able to like name any of them. And when I look at like the bigger content creators and I'm looking for someone who looks like me, the biggest one that I can find is Naya from Naya Reads and Smiles. And she doesn't even look that much like me. I mean, we may have a lot of small Black booktubers, but I do think that a lot of the time these small Black booktubers go unrecognized, and it's to the point where like we're all pretty tired of it. And so now that we're discussing it, people are getting upset and people are saying, oh, but like booktube isn't racist, when that is not what we're trying to imply. We're trying to imply that booktube needs to be more supportive of Black booktubers and people of color in general. Another thing she claimed was that people of color, or you people, need to stop manipulating other booktubers into thinking that they did something wrong. First of all, to be manipulated means that you had to have that initial guilt in the first place. I think instead of ranting about how annoying it is that people are talking about topics that are important to them, you should try to sit there and understand why we're upset about it in the first place. Have you asked yourself, why do these people of color booktubers not think that this community is diverse enough? Why do you think that they feel as though they're not being supported enough? I personally do not think booktube is racist. I do think that we could work on supporting more people of color booktubers who deserve it. There are so many of them who deserve it and who work really hard, and you can tell that they work really hard for it. And then to have people not watch their content, because let's face the facts here. When you are scrolling on booktube and you see a thumbnail and you are deciding whether or not you want to watch the video, you take in a few aspects of what that thumbnail has. You look at the person and you're like, okay, like, does this look like someone I'd want to watch? You look at the thumbnail itself, the design, you look at the title of the video, but then again, you are still judging by first impressions. I do feel like booktube is a diverse community. However, people need to work on supporting more people of color in this community. It's just a given fact. If people aren't giving our videos the chance, how are we supposed to grow, or how are we supposed to feel as though we're being heard? And I know that a lot of the time, getting popular on YouTube depends on like the YouTube algorithm and like all of that, and how many people see your video and click on your video. See who you're subscribed to, honestly. Like, look at the ratio of how many white booktubers you're subscribed to how many people of color booktubers you're subscribed to. If the people of color booktubers are way lower than the amount of white booktubers you're subscribed to, something's not right. These discussions are about more than just racism and colorism on booktube. It's about how it affects us in everyday life, including booktube. Black people can't use their blackness even though we are discriminated against daily, and our actions are more harshly judged than our fair-skinned counterparts, which proves the point that people of color and Black people have to work twice as hard as the normal average white person. Another thing that she said that I kind of want to touch on is that people who post, hey, like, I'm this and this amount away from my goal, like, check out my channel, is begging for subscribers. A lot of people actually grow more because they post their channel and people are genuinely interested and they want to check it out. I don't think that you posting that you have a channel and you saying, hey, like, if you guys want, like, you can check this out, is begging for subscribers. I think that point was a complete reach. She also made a claim saying how you can't be upset about the views that you're getting if your content isn't good. And like I said before, I have seen multiple booktubers or people of color booktubers who have amazing content and they're still not getting views and they're still not getting the support. And that is no one's fault but the consumers of booktube, which is honestly a whole other video. Like, I don't even have time to like go in on that specific topic. But at the end of the day, we're all humans and we all have feelings. And if we feel like we're putting in our all and not really getting anything in return, and you want to talk about it, you have every damn right to talk about that. She also said that she unsubbed from a girl because her videos were always out of focus. If you don't like someone's content, that is so fine. If you don't like someone's content, you are not obligated to watch it. But if there is a way that you believe they could fix it, and you do like their content, tell them. There is such thing as constructive criticism. To the person that made that video, My point of this video is to let you know that people are allowed to have their own opinion. However, people of color talking about diversity on BookTube does not mean that we're implying BookTube is racist. What we want to do is educate more people like you. There's honestly so much more that I feel like I could touch on and so much more that I want to talk about. For example, I do really want to make a discussion video on colorism and diversity. Anyways, with all of that being said, I have made a playlist of amazing Black booktubers that I personally enjoy watching, so I will link that playlist down below for all of you guys to check out. Show them some love, show them some support. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you are all having an amazing day. Mwah.